Is my screen visible, students? Yes or no?
Yes.
All right. So we had discussed about the ATP, all right. So we have completed the respiration part. Now today we're going to start with the human respiratory system. Let's wait for the others to join, then I'll start. Okay? I'll wait for 2 minutes more and then I'll start. Okay? All right. Am I audible, students? Respond. So just
Yes.
say yes or no. Please be active in the class. Okay? When I say anything, please respond. All right. Now we're going to start with the human respiratory system. Now see, human respiratory system is the system that enables us to exchange gases. We can take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide because of that. Now the human respiratory system, it has certain components such as the nose, the nasal cavity, the pharynx, the larynx, the trachea, the bronchi, the bronchioles, and then the alveoli. So all of these are the components, and also we can't forget the lungs because lungs is the site of respiration. So these are the components of the human respiratory system. Now bronchioles and alveoli are enclosed in a pair of lungs. Now we have two lungs situated in our chest area. Now, apart from all of these structures, there are other structures such as the rib cage, the muscles, the diaphragm, which help in the inhalation, meaning intake, and exhalation, meaning giving out of gases. Now, out of all of these, the diaphragm is a dome shape, sort of like this dome shaped organ, which becomes flattened when we breathe in, and it helps in the respiration process. Now, what happens is that when we take in the oxygen, like oxygen is present in the air. So what we do is that we take in the air through our nostril. Then from our nostril, it goes into the nasal chamber or the nasal passage. Now the nasal chamber or the nasal passage, it is responsible for humidifying the air, bringing the air to normal temperature. And the nostrils has the nasal hair present in it, because of which the dust particles are trapped and it does not go into our respiratory system. Then from the nasal chamber, the air goes into the pharynx, then to the trachea, and then to the bronchi. Now this bronchi actually divides into the primary bronchi and the secondary bronchi. And lastly, all of it goes and opens into the alveoli. Now, alveoli is where the site, it is the site where the total exchange of gases take place, meaning any gas, meaning the taking in of oxygen, the giving out of carbon dioxide, this takes place in the alveoli. The alveoli is sort of like a balloon-like structure, just like this. It is a balloon-like structure and it is richly supplied with blood vessels. Now, Once the blood or the air reaches this area, now since the alveoli is richly supplied with blood vessels all around it, so the oxygen from the air goes into the blood, and then the blood transports this oxygen to the whole entire body. So this is how the oxygen goes to the whole entire body, and the point wherein the oxygen gets exchanged with carbon dioxide is at the alveoli only. Now talking about the alveoli, so alveoli is the site of exchange of gases. It is richly supplied with blood vessels. Now whenever we breathe in, our ribs, this is our ribs, they lift up and our diaphragm flattens at that point of time. Our ribs lift up and our diaphragm flattens. Now, when the diaphragm flattens, because of this very reason, the volume of the chest cavity increases. Now, since there is a inverse relationship between the pressure and the volume, meaning whenever the volume will increase, the pressure will decrease. And when the pressure will increase, the volume will decrease. Always opposite. So when the volume of the chest is increasing, means that the pressure inside the chest cavity is decreasing. So because of that, the oxygen from the atmosphere diffuses into the our lungs. Now, the oxygen, it has to be transferred throughout the whole entire body. This happens by the means of blood. Our blood is responsible for the transportation in the body. Our blood contains the red blood cells, that is RBCs. And now, RBCs, they have a red colored pigment that is known as hemoglobin. Now, this hemoglobin is written as HP. Now, when this hemoglobin combines with oxygen, it forms oxyhemoglobin. Now, this hemoglobin is responsible for transferring or transporting this oxygen to the different parts of our body. Any doubts, students?
No, ma'am.
The whole entire process of respiration is clear to you?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And when we are breathing out, so when we are breathing out, the ribs will go back to the original place. The diaphragm will go back to the original state. The volume of the chest cavity will increase. Sorry, it will actually decrease now because it is going back to the state, and the pressure now increases, because of which the gas will be expelled out. Just give me 1 second, students. All right, so the breathing in and the breathing out mechanism is clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Are there any doubts in your mind regarding this? All right, very good. There is no doubt, then it is very good. All right. Now, with this, we have actually completed the respiratory part of the humans, how it happens. Now, you understand how pressure is inversely related to the volume, how whenever the volume will increase, the pressure will decrease, and whenever the pressure will increase, the volume will decrease. This thing is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Okay, now moving forward, we'll move on to the transportation part. We are done with the respiration and the breathing. Now we'll move on to the transportation part. Now see. In our body, the transportation happens because of the blood that is present. blood is responsible for the transportation of substances all like throughout our body. Now talking about blood, so blood is a fluid connective tissue. It is a fluid connective tissue. Fluid means that it is in a liquid medium, and connective tissue refers to the fact that it actually connects all the components of our body. Now the transportation of oxygen to the different parts of the body is actually the function of the blood only. Now blood has certain components present in it. The blood has plasma. The blood has the elements, the cells that are present, such as the RBC, such as the WBC and the platelets. So the blood is very important for us because first of all, it is present in abundance and it is present all over our body, right? Now, the blood is pumped in like throughout the body by the heart. And our heart is the pumping organ of our body. What it does is that it pumps blood to the whole entire body. Now, it is a pumping muscular organ. Now, talking about the human heart has 4 chambers. Okay, 4 chambers are there, out of which the 2 upper chambers are known as the auricles. The 2 lower chambers are known as the ventricles. So the auricles can be divided into right auricle, left auricle. The ventricles can be divided into right ventricle and left ventricle. Is it clear up till now, students?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay. So before moving forward, first you write down this thing about the human respiratory system. First you copy this thing and then we'll move forward. Done, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Done, students?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You only tell me when you're done so that I can scroll the screen for you.
Ma'am, done. Ma'am, done.
Mom, can you scroll up a bit? Okay, you can scroll down now.
Ma'am, done.
Everyone's done? Everyone's done, students?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now you can give the new heading as to transportation. And then you can write that blood is the fluid, connective tissue and everything. And then I will recite the things that you need to write. First you write this down and tell me when you're done. Then I'll recite.
Yes, ma'am, done.
Everyone's done?
No, Mom.
Okay, I'm waiting.
Done, mom.
Okay. Now everyone, you write down transportation of gases takes place by the blood. Transportation of gases takes place by the blood. The blood is the fluid connective tissue of our body. The blood is the fluid connective tissue of our body. Then you write down, the blood is circulated throughout the body. The blood is circulated throughout the body by the heart. The blood is circulated throughout the body by the heart. Then you give the heading as transportation in fishes. Transportation in fishes. You write down, fishes have a two-chambered heart. Fishes have a two-chambered heart in which there is one auricle and one ventricle. Fishes have two-chambered heart in which there is one auricle and one ventricle. Full stop. Done?
Yes.
All right. Then you write down the deoxygenated blood. The deoxygenated blood.
Mom, there is one auricle and one what?
One ventricle. VENTRICLE. Ventricle.
Okay.
Okay. Now when you're writing the deoxygenated blood, in the bracket you write down CO2 rich blood. Okay, when you're writing deoxygenated blood means the blood has CO2 present in it. Okay, so the deoxygenated blood from the different parts of the body, the deoxygenated blood from the different parts of the body is brought or is carried to the auricle, from which it goes into the ventricle. Full stop. Then after that you write down the ventricle pumps out the deoxygenated blood. The ventricle pumps out the deoxygenated blood. Full stop. Then you write down this deoxygenated blood is carried to the gills for oxygenation. This deoxygenated blood is carried to the gills for oxygenation. Can anyone tell me what is the meaning of oxygenation? What is the meaning of oxygenation? Am I audible, girls?
Ma'am, I don't know.
See, oxygenation means purification. So when that impure blood or the CO2 rich blood will come to the gills, it will get purified, meaning the carbon dioxide will be taken and the oxygen will be added to the blood. Then, so the blood is taken to the gills for oxygenation and then it is distributed to all body parts. and then it is distributed to all body parts. Done, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then you write down the circulation in fishes. The circulation in fishes is known as incomplete circulation. The circulation in fishes is known as incomplete circulation. Because the ventricle pumps out deoxygenated blood. Because the ventricle pumps out deoxygenated blood. Full stop. Did you people understand this whole thing? How the circulation happens in the fish's body? Have you people
Yes,
understood
ma'am.
this? All
Yes,
right,
ma'am.
very good. Now you write about the circulation in amphibians and reptiles. Circulation in amphibians and reptiles. Then you write all the amphibians and the reptiles. All the amphibians and the reptiles have three-chambered heart. All the amphibians and reptiles have three-chambered heart, except crocodiles. Except crocodiles. Crocodiles have four-chambered heart. All amphibians and reptiles have three-chambered heart, except crocodiles. They have four-chambered heart. Full stop. Now in the next line you write down, the three-chambered heart consists of two auricles and one ventricle. The three-chambered heart consists of two auricles and one ventricle. Done?
Yes.
All right. Then you write
Yes.
down the oxygenated blood comes into the left auricle. The oxygenated blood comes into the left auricle, and the deoxygenated blood comes into the right auricle. The oxygenated blood comes into the left auricle. The deoxygenated blood comes into the right auricle. Both of these blood get mixed up in the ventricle. Both of these blood get mixed up in the ventricle. Full stop. Then you write down, the ventricle pumps out mixed blood. The ventricle pumps out mixed blood. Full stop. This is the reason why the circulation in amphibians and reptiles is known as incomplete double circulation. Incomplete double circulation or mixed circulation. Done, students?
Ma'am, could you repeat the last part? Is known as incomplete double.
Incomplete double circulation or mixed circulation.
Okay.
Yes. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do you people have any doubts up until now? You've understood how the transportation happens in fishes, amphibians, and reptiles?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Now, let's just keep it till here only. Now, in the next class, we'll begin with how circulation happens in the humans, all the mammals. Okay, up until now, do you have any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Sure?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, okay. So, let's just keep it till here only because, my network connection is very bad and it's like I can't hear you people nicely. Can you see my screen?
Yes, miss.
Yeah, I cannot see this. Okay. Do you people have any doubts? Once you go through your notes that you have taken down today and see if you have any doubts, then ask me. Just go through it once.
Okay, ma'am.
Hmm. Tell me any doubts?